podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
M15PCA.
A10454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Season Finale, Episode 13, The Hope Is In You, Part 2, which was the first episode of the season. So all you need to do is watch the first episode and the last episode. That's it. Just give up on the rest of the series.
Yeah, you're not being clever. It's stupid.
I don't like that. Okay. I like a little bit of this episode. Just a wee little bit. This episode's long as hell.
Yeah.
It's an hour long.
And it took some steps backwards from some of the other episodes we just saw.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Just a lot of again, since we don't show footage, but there's so much spinny camera.
Oh.
Like the transition is let's start upside down and spin into the scene. They do it like 12 times.
It actually gave me a headache.
Yeah, I looked away when it ever happened.
Yeah, it's...
Or the scene will start sideways and then it will twist into why? This isn't your avant-garde art film. No one cares. You're not being clever.
It's dumb. It's dumb and unnecessary, and and for a while there it got away from it, but this one brought it back, like you said, with a vengeance. Really bad.
I'd rather have the classic star swipe come in and whoop.
So what did you think about the Willy
right.
Wonka glass elevator scene that went on for like 100 hours?
Terrible.
That was the worst of scene from Star Trek.
The turbo lift doesn't work that way.
They ruined it. I remember turbo lift going...
You will go again. There's been times when they had to climb out the turbo lift, and it was just a fucking tube. It wasn't Willy Wonka's magic factory of emptiness inside the ship. It is so crazy. It goes on forever.
Yeah, if you freeze that shot, it literally looks like it's like infinity.
And I remember in the first season, it was kind of like a cage ride. Like
Yeah.
It's not even that anymore. It's wide open.
It's Willy Wonka's glass elevator. It just flies around.
Or Monster Inc. Doors.
Yeah, that scene.
That scene.
It goes on for way too long.
Yeah.
And
the spatial things make no sense.
The last episode was way better. This episode sucked.
Yeah, it did.
And then the course of conclusion again. Michael Burnham saves the universe again. Okay, let's just jump right into it. So last time, remember, the bridge crew broke out of they're being held. So now they teamed up with the droids from Star Wars, and now they're gonna try to take back the ship.
Yeah, it is Star Wars.
The Federation's attacking the Discovery because they realized, holy crap, because the talks broke down. Yeah. I think she honestly would have done it.
I think she would have too.
But she wanted her terms. That's the problem. It wouldn't have been the Federation at all.
Well, yeah, and also she would have been her escape out. Because she'd be like, well, you can't charge me with anything, so I'm a good guy now. But it's like, you've done so much bad stuff.
I wouldn't put it past her assassinating people to get power. You can't.
Oh, there was an accident on this planet and those 3 ambassadors died. And she'd do all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't trust her. Cyrus is a evil person.
And it wouldn't look good for the Federation having someone like that.
No.
And also people wouldn't join because of her, probably.
But out of fear, they'll join. But now the Federation and the Emerald Chain, what are we going to do?
But again, though, I'm glad what the choice he went with.
Yeah.
I thought that was perfect.
Because he knew that was the only way that if you were sincere, you would have did it.
So we get back down to the holodeck thing with that one dude, Sakaar. Is that what his name was? And, they're just kind of just tooling around. And it's like, I'm kind of in a time cruncher. But again, this Sakaar is it's childlike. So you have to be very calm. And you have to you have to trick a kid into brushing his teeth or something. You kind of have to talk him into it. And he's starting to notice that they're starting to get the radiation burns. But wouldn't the holodeck just make it look like that wasn't there?
I know, it's weird. Unless it's breaking down.
Yeah, but wouldn't they reveal their regular forms then?
I don't know.
There's a lot of stupid stuff.
Oh, yeah. Though the science does make no sense.
Oh, they go crazy with the science.
Crazy, wonky, out there.
Just because.
There's so many moments like that in this episode.
Just because.
Yeah, we figured it out. Okay, last second. Okay, that's great.
So, Sakaar's giving Suru some bandages. He's like, oh, you're starting to get hurt. And he's like, because he doesn't tell him it's from the radiation. But he's like, dude, these little things aren't gonna help. You give me a band-aid and you're saying you have a bone fracture and you put a little Hello Kitty band-aid on it. It's not helping. He thinks he's helping, but he's not helping.
Yeah, Suru's telling him, no, this isn't enough.
But he's trying to talk to him and and then the doctor's like, whatever, you got to get him to turn this program off because they can't send out a call until the program goes down. But he's like, I don't know. I'm trying to get through to him, but he's not listening. And the doctor's like, only you can reach him. So it's because they're both Kelpian, maybe you can kind of reach him that way. And then how the doctor's just I guess I'll just walk around.
I know.
He doesn't really do anything. Hugh does nothing really in this episode.
It's really weird.
All the holograms are gone now. So it's just them.
Yeah.
And the only hologram is the actual world itself. So no more that teacher guy and all this.
But it's breaking down, yeah.
What alien is Adira? Adira has all those like tattoo looking like marks.
I am not sure.
I don't know.
It's just
I
the
don't
blue.
know.
I'm
I'm
sure-
sure it's just from the original series.
I'm sure
like
someone
everything.
sees that. Well, that is alien number 6273 that I've seen in episode 2.7. Okay, I'm not that guy. I love Trek, but I'm not that guy.
Nah, I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not too
So
sure.
Adira goes down, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I brought these medicine," and she knew to hide it in her mouth. But how did she know that? She knew it was like a hollow thing, but she didn't know that it forced you to change the way you look.
No.
Yeah.
How did she know that?
She didn't know that.
How,
That's I don't know.
how did she know that?
I think the show claims that someone said something, but I don't know who told
But
her
how
that.
did she know? But they never, because the only people who knew were the people on the planet,
planet.
and they wouldn't be able to send out a signal.
See, it would have made sense if Burnham went on the ship first to be transported up there, and she told, "Oh, by the way, you have to hide it because then it'll disappear."
But she was,
But it was at different times.
Yeah,
so that didn't make no
Yeah,
sense.
The show said someone told her, but that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
so Adira's down there, gives them the medicine, and they're like, "Well, this helps." Like, yeah, it's gonna buy us a few more hours, but not much. Then her boyfriend, what's his name?
Oh, I can't remember.
Forgot his name.
Yeah, he just like walks in.
And he's like talking to Adira, and then everyone's like, "Who the hell is this guy?" They're like, "Well, you can see me." So this hollow program sensed the symbiote in him, then created a physical form version of him.
How advanced is this
I mean,
system?
literally, I know the holodeck would be more advanced for like 900 years, but my goodness, guys, that's like. I mean, if it could start sensing thoughts and like others' beings, that's
Because he's alive
Yes.
in the symbiote, but so is everyone else. So
when
why
he's-
just him?
So wouldn't it manifest all of them, not just him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe it's because
Gray?
It's
His name Gray?
yeah,
I
I
think it's
think it's
Gray.
Gray.
So Gray's there, physically there. Because
Yeah.
like the doctor touches him.
You could hug him.
He's there. And he's like, "Oh my god, I forgot how good it feels to get the touch on." So like he's happy that he's alive. But what the fuck?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
but
that's
basically he
weird.
says we only got a few more hours. This
Anyways.
whole program's gonna be toast.
So this whole time, like tucking and touching and feeling and hugging, Roots move
But
her ass.
a lot of this episode has that. A lot of stupid. It's talking when it's a crunch time.
Yes.
You don't need to be doing that.
Don't need to be doing this.
So, but I'm still not getting the science here. So it made a physical form out of hologram, but he's able to be like he can interact and they can touch and he can feel and they're like that's crazy.
So
Yeah,
wait.
I'm trying to even give a Star Trek explanation.
like-
I can't even do
So
it.
here's the thing. Let's say, what if someone was schizophrenic and had multiple personalities? Would it literally make those because that's a sentence, right?
That's what's so stupid.
Or
makes no
also,
sense.
could you kill him in that hologram? Like
Yeah.
if you actually shot him in the head,
Would he die in his
And in the parasite, would it? Not the parasite, but yeah.
in his
Well,
symbiote?
I finally explained what they could have done when Sushi entered. Oh, we detected another being inside of you. Do you want and she goes, yes, there's another being. Well, we can recreate that being outside of yourself or something.
But there's
They do-
multiple ones. Why is it just Gray and not everyone else?
Mom,
Like,
I'm trying to explain it like how I would have done it better than what they did. It just happens.
well, no, again, just because.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
a lot of that moments in this show.
Yeah, they give some explanation, but it's like, no.
No, it's so wonky. I don't know. It's white noise to me.
Remember when I said I want a really cool space battle?
Again, not that much movement.
Again. I said it. You want to see the best space battle ever of anything of all time? Watch the last two episodes of the Orville when they're doing the attack on Earth. That is one of the coolest, absolutely most best.
Beautiful.
Better than even in movies. The quality of that starfight was fucking amazing.
I felt like we didn't that we literally cheated them not being in the movie theater seeing that.
It was so
That was
good.
the thing.
Good.
Identity
you had
two-parter, amazing.
you had hero sacrifices. You had big space battles. People are shooting all over the place.
Remember the tension
Yeah.
in that when he has sent that Morse code and
Yeah.
he's just like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Like
The Kaons.
yeah, okay, it was so
Good.
good.
And Creel, they're humans. Oh, it was
Oh, it was
incredible.
great.
And then those they're starting to get towards Earth. So like 3 ships went and sacrificed themselves to save Earth.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what you
that's
fucking do.
Yeah.
You're a hero. Ugh.
They weren't sitting there doing little stupid talk.
Let's talk about how much you love each other.
Yeah, like remember how that
Oh,
one
group hug. Oh, we're all a team.
because remember that one captain talking to him. He's like, hey, there's something wrong here. Then when he got that stress code, he totally turned off computer.
But they killed him.
They
though.
killed him anyways. But he's like,
He tried.
He tried. Yeah.
Yeah, but when they were, like you said, advancing on Earth, you didn't even see Malloy say a stupid thing in Lamar. No, because they're like,
No,
this is serious.
This is serious.
Get to work,
We're
get to
gonna
work,
die.
get
Get
to
to
work.
work.
So
Anyways, yeah.
so the Emerald Chain's shooting at the big shield to kind of open up a hole so Discovery they can get out. So we kind of get some shooting. The ships are kind of moving. It's not dynamic.
No.
And I don't like the sounds it should make. They make generic laser beam sounds.
Which was fine for it should be upgraded a little bit, right? Just the sounds and
Yeah.
it just feels a little weird. And I thought that are they on a star base or are they in a ship? The Emerald.
I think the Admiral is like an encased, kind of like shielding, but it's like a star base, but they're all connected.
But, so it can't move? So the thing that he's in can't move, right?
No.
I don't know. I didn't because it felt like, oh, they're getting hit and it's shaking. But shouldn't that only happen on a ship and not like a base?
Man,
I don't know. I'm just feeling like
the thing is, Discovery War shouldn't have those kind of weapons to even hurt it. It should be more advanced.
Every single ship that's in there shooting at the Discovery, and Discovery is able to like kind of hold itself.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I know they upgraded its shields, but there's a lot of them and only one of them.
So they're going back and forth. They're trying to break out of there. The camera starts upside down and spins around again. So they're trying to bolt the Discovery, but they're like, oh, but it has a spore drive. It's like, it doesn't matter because if she gets it.
Yeah, I agree with Admiral. You have to destroy that shit.
And also, you downloaded the schematics. I mean, you can rebuild it. It might take you a little bit, but...
But I guess they're trying to find out, like, they realize that, we don't even need the spore drive. If we can get all the dilithium, it doesn't matter. So they're going to use some truth serum on Book so he can give up the space route. But I guess Michael's like, use our ship logs, but I guess they deleted the ship logs.
I didn't see that.
And I didn't see. I guess when they were like punching all the buttons.
But they could have said that.
I don't. Well, she said it now. But I guess they're going to do this to him, and I do like the fact that Michael's being a little defiant, and she's like, kind of talking crap back and forth, which is kind of cool. We're Starfleet. We're gonna fight to the last man. But I guess she's gonna like, oh no, let me talk to the Admiral. He'll listen to me. And they're like, oh, that didn't work last time. So I guess Michael's able to convince everyone of everything in this episode.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking bluff upon bluff. Like, one person could be like, no, and it would all fell apart.
But I guess we get a signal from, like, oh, Dex 5, we need all our troops. So it's like, haha, my crew's making their way through there. And you see they're just kind of going through hallways, dual wielding. Remember how the little robot's like, we will help. They're basically just target practice for the bad guys. They just run out there and just take the hits so someone else can shoot because they do nothing. The little robots do nothing except for get killed.
You think they have like some kind of like electric shock thing or some kind of like,
Well, what I thought would have been kind of cool is why aren't there a bunch of little ones that can just like swarm you or something? But no, it just goes out there like a damn Roomba and just getting its ass blown up. That's all it does.
And also,
I want to say, can I help you? And he just gets blown up. Okay, there you go.
I just felt weird that they were dual wielding. Like,
yeah,
that's something you see in Star Trek, right?
And no one had any rifles. They just had like the two little mini pistols.
Yeah,
the
rifles have been kind of cool.
So they're trying to make their way through there, and I guess what's her name? The bad guy.
Oh,
Osira like basically shuts off the air,
which is smart.
So like they're starting to die. So like even the robot's trying to. I thought the sphere data would have done something more.
It did. Yeah, it's weird. Is there just nothing?
There's nothing except for beat target practice as those robots.
It's so stupid. Like, why didn't they do more?
When did the sphere data have complete control of the ship? When did it built like back doors so it can?
What a plot hole, right?
And it's so weird. And the Spirit Area realizes that the Discovery's a good crew and that Osiris is evil. And she's not, and then this Spirit Area is not stopping her doing anything.
It does nothing. It does nothing computery.
No, like, not one thing.
Like, wouldn't that be funny if it, like, even though because in the show it does talk, wouldn't it be funny like if when they're in warp it kind of slows down and then it's like, why are you doing that? And the computer's like, oh, I'm doing this because of this. Like being goofy, like was it
no,
malfunctioning?
No, of course not.
Nothing. It didn't even put up a fight.
So dumb.
So back with the Admiral, and he's gonna blow up the Discovery, and even that other guy. Remember that Section 31 looking dude? We don't even know what he does because he's not wearing a uniform. I'm assuming he's Section 31. No one knows. They don't ever talk about it. He's like, you can't blow up the Discovery, and he's like, no, it doesn't matter because if she gets it, we're all screwed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Then Stamets, remember how Stamets got to the thing? He's like, no, we got to save them. We got to go in there. He's like, Miss Stamets, no, we can't. We cannot risk you. Because if they get you, it's all over. Mm-hmm. And they don't know each other to fight, and they basically like just drag them away.
They have to. Yeah. And we're going to send you out of here. We're going to get you on the starship.
A civilian ship and get you the hell away from here as fast as we can. Because they cannot get to you.
Yeah, you're important now. You can't be risked.
So they're starting to blow their way out of the shield. And then that's when they get a signal saying, oh, the Navarre are showing up. So like all the Vulcan Romulan ships are showing up. I remember how I predicted that. But there's no battle. We don't even see a single. We see their ships, but they don't do anything.
I know.
I hate this episode. And the more now that I'm talking about it, not only do I not think it's a good episode, it's actually awful. And I hate it.
It's such a tease. It teases you.
They don't know how to do space battles again. I'm glad they showed up, but it's like like you said, you want them to show up, but then it's like they arrive at the party and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
So dumb.
They all showed up and they didn't bring beer. What the hell? Yeah. So they just bought their appetites. Yeah. But then they're basically going to get destroyed. And then Michael's like, let me talk to the Admiral. He'll listen to me. Oh, and he's like, what do you have to lose? They're going to blow you up anyways. So they open up a comm, and Michael's basically begging the freaking Admiral to just trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me. Literally, she just says the whole entire episode.
Yeah.
And then everyone does.
Of course, it's Michael
She didn't even
Burnham.
tell her his plan. Like,
No,
just trust
just
me.
trust me.
Leave with the spore drive that they can maybe use against us. Okay. And you're going to the planet that's all the fuel that you could ever
Yeah,
want.
the lithium crystals. Yeah.
Trust me. I'm Michael Burnham. I save the universe every time I blink my eyes. So he trusts her. Then they get out of there. So the bad guys left with their big ship, the Virillion,
Mhm.
and then so they took off. And I guess they're chasing them.
Yeah, Starfleet ships and the Navarre
And there's
ships.
a part where like, okay, there's going to be a space battle. Never
Nothing,
And then
because that would have been too cool.
If you're wanting a space battle, too bad. You ain't never
all
going
you
to
get
get
is
it.
Discovery moving slightly above from the space station and getting shot at. That's all you get.
That's as much as a space battle you get.
get.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you remember during the Dominion War, all the Defiant, all those badass battles that were so effing cool? You don't even get anything like that. And that was, 20 years ago?
Oh my god, you're going back. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
going. I'm trying to think.
Almost 30 years ago.
Oh, 23, 24 years ago. Yeah.
I still remember when Worf and his brother were fighting, and then they had to shoot at the sun, and then it hit the other.
Yeah,
Klingon
cool.
ship.
Nothing cool like that.
Yeah.
No
No.
cool little
No
like
cool.
space battles. It's just like you said, it kind of getting hit, and then it flies away.
No, but it's like what made that also so cool. Worf had to do that sideways as he go to Stobacor.
Yeah.
And she had to do an honorable win
Yeah.
for her. That
That's
was
so cool.
Yeah, it's so
I
cool.
love
I
that kind
know-
of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, no Klingons in this.
Nah.
We again have thought, maybe the Klingons are going to show up or something. So no Klingons, no Cardassians.
Oh, we don't know what
No
they're,
Borg,
they're
no
probably
nothing.
they're probably stationary.
Whatever. Get back to the hollow world, and Suru's trying to talk to him, and he's like, "Hey, because they're like getting the seaweed kelp thing, and he's like, oh, maybe we can talk over a meal. I'll make this meal. It's like some special meal. It's like, oh, I've only ever heard of it, and it's on my planet. He's like, how do you know? So my father taught me. He's like, how can your father teach you? You're a human. He's like, well, things here don't seem as they are. So he's trying to explain to him, this is all fake. We need to bring it down.
But slowly.
Slowly. So we get that conversation. It goes on for like 500 years. We get back to the... So basically what I just said is the whole conversation. But it goes on and on and on and
They
on.
really drag in this episode.
So-
Stretch.
So now they are... the Discovery's jumping to where the planet is. And... or warping because they can't use the
spore
spore
drive.
drive. Then remember that doctor guy who was kind of a good guy, but he's working for a bad guy, but he still believes in not doing things the terrible way? He's like... I'm not going to use this neural thingy on Booker to tell the truth because since he has an empathic abilities, this isn't going to just affect his mind. It's going to literally go into like his cells and it's going to be the most excruciating pain
Yeah.
that I can, because I'm as a doctor, I cannot do that. I'm not going to.
And the other guy doesn't care.
Yeah, that other bastard's like,
He's like,
I give a
whatever.
fat crap. I'm a guy from a bad guy Western film.
Yeah, no.
That's what this guy is.
Yeah.
But then he's like, no, I'm not going to allow it. Osira comes up with Michael. It's like, oh, we're going to really F up your boyfriend if you don't tell him to give up the plans. He's not going to do it. And Osira's like, okay, give him the neural thing. And the doctor's like, no, Osira, you saved me. I know you saved others. I know you have goodness in your heart. And she's like, I don't care about that.
We all in the room, when we paused it at that moment, said, she doesn't care. She's going to get what she needs
She only
to get.
cared about you because you became useful. She literally just says
She-
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
she
that's what
literally
I
says-
told a couple days because some people like her can identify that. Like, oh, you're smart. I can maybe use that.
Yeah, that's
She's not.
it.
She doesn't care about. She
If-
didn't care about you as a person.
If you weren't smart, you would have been dead.
yeah.
Yeah, if he didn't have a skill that I could use. So she rips the thing out of his hand and puts it on him and gives him the bazanga.
Yeah.
She gives him time to ride the lightning, boy. I can
Yeah.
only imagine
and
how
he
much
chokes
better.
and chokes the scientists out.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
kind of puts a hand around his throat saying, you, next time you do something like this, you're not going to breathe ever again.
Yeah, and you know how comfortable your family is. They won't be comfortable anymore.
Yeah, so Osira is an awful, horrible person.
I think he finally realized. Yeah, she's beyond redemption.
And then also the messed up part, she goes, I kind of like you, which was really screwed up. Like,
but their race is kind of like that.
I know. Like, how
kinda-
do you like
Lions have
someone...
that weird kind of
Sex,
sexual. Yeah.
I've been taking a ride in a wheelchair, honey. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
It's weird.
It's a
But
little
anyways,
weird.
Yeah.
Your wife don't need to know about this. Get back to Suru, and they're eating that little meal, and he's talking to him. He's like, oh, about the outside. There's more out there and things like that. And he's like, oh, I've heard of the outside once, and the Federation was supposed to come and save me, and they never came. And he starts getting more like upset, because when he gets upset, he causes the burn.
God.
I don't want to cuss. It's so effing stupid.
Almost
It
like
is so effing stupid.
if someone could explain it to you, would it even be worth it?
No, they kind of explain it, but
But I
no.
don't care. The thing is, this is even bad for a Doctor Who episode. 'Cause I've watched some of the early seasons of Doctor Who. I'm talking like the black and white ones, and they don't do anything this stupid. That's ridiculous.
So he's trying to
pretty
keep
bad.
him calm, and he's trying to you know what, we need to get through that door. Remember that scary monster?
Mm-hmm.
You get through the door, and then we'll be able to I'll be able to help you, and you're not alone because they notice all the other holograms out there anymore, and he starts to kind of break down a little bit, but then he gets scared again. And And it's like Seward got a little close and it gets pulled back.
Yeah.
It's like when you get a little kid to almost do something and then they
Yeah, then I think he says, I'm going to go to the elder.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. And he's like, oh, jeez.
there is no elder.
I know.
He's gone now.
Get back to Book getting over. He's getting.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's having a good time. I mean, look at that face.
Yeah, and then they put it at the high setting.
Yeah. Then he's getting shocked. Okay, let him catch his breath. Okay, we can save your boyfriend. He's got to let him tell him where everything is. And look, everyone on that deck, decks do whatever. I turn off life support. They'll be passed out in 5 minutes and they'll be dead
Yeah,
like in 10.
in like in 10, 15 minutes.
Well, you can save. You're not gonna be able to save them, but maybe you can save your boyfriend. Just tell him, and of course she's not gonna do it. Maximum, and then it's like
Yeah, it's like ripping him apart.
it's give it to Book for not giving anything up.
No,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool of him to like go
Hardcore.
through all that.
Yeah.
But at least put like a piece of like wood in between his teeth. You don't want
Yeah, we
to
could bite the-
his tongue.
Then she shuts it off, and then she tries to explain to him. She's like, "Book, are you okay? I'm here." He's like, "Oh, Michael," like he's like completely out of it.
So they let Burnham go up to him.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him, and then she's like, we're gonna do something. She hits the button to make the self quarantine because he's in the med bay, and then it blocks everyone else out. And then they kind of like,
And then she grabs a gun from the one guy and she starts shooting the ones in the quarantine.
yeah. So she was able to get them out of there. I'm like, okay, that was a cool little move because there would be that quarantine thing there, and they wouldn't think about it.
And then she gets like an adrenaline shot to hit Book. Book's like, whoa! He gets
We
up
gotta
right
get him out of
away.
that damn chair.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be the weirdest feeling, being like literally close to death,
And then I'm sure
being
she
like,
transports out of there.
Like having your your nerves fried to being hyped up.
I double.
I guess there was like a little back door for like the doctor, and they went through that little back door.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm like, okay, so now they're on the run. Then we get this whole scene. This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. And I came up with a really cool idea which fixes this whole scene. So they shut off life support, so oxygen is running super low. And they're trying to figure out how to way to like get into the computer or bust a way out or do something. So the bridge crew is trying to figure out something. And they won't shut the F up. We're running out of oxygen. Everyone shut up. Wouldn't it have been perfect if they would do sign language?
Perfect.
And they did sign language earlier in this.
Well, they did like a stupid little Morse code thing.
But that's something. Couldn't that make more
And
sense?
also, Starfleet would teach that, right? If they
But couldn't they use their like comm badges to like make like visual signs and like talk to each other?
Especially since they have the ability to make like screens out of their basically their comms.
But just regular sign language, because that would have been cool. Then that would have been like diversity too, right?
Yeah.
And it would have made sense. They keep talking. You're wasting air. Shut the F up. Then they're like having little stories where like because I guess they only have like one oxygen mask. Everyone take a hit, pass it to the left. So everyone's taking a hit, but the one black girl, again, I don't know her name.
she has the ability to hold her breath longer. Like
she'd go, I was able to hold my breath because I can camp or something. I was the best breath holder underwater. Why are you telling this cute little story when we're running out
or
of
you
air?
say because I have the ability. I've worked on my lungs. I can breathe, take in.
Or if they were just doing sign language, you could say whatever they
Yeah, I
want.
know. I know.
And it would be
Really?
perfect.
I didn't know that about you, oh girl.
Shut up! You're dying. Stop.
We're wasting time and oxygen.
I would
Stop.
have been singing and like breathing really deep to waste all the oxygen.
Oh my God, you're great. Remember that whole song? Nothing came of that. I just remembered that now.
No, I remember it had the Hidden Citadel in it.
Oh,
remember?
did it? Oh, okay.
So they're just like goofing around, but like they're starting to feel the effects. But then they hear like some like again more of like the chatter because Michael must have got out. Oh, it's Michael. She looks to the sky like she's looking up towards the heavens because Michael.
We have the thumbnail. It's ridiculous.
Or the screenshot right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Look how she's looking up. Oh, Saint Michael.
We might have to use that as a thumbnail. It's terrible.
No, it's gonna be Michael in the captain's chair. So then like they get back to Mike and Booker running around. Oh, this is worse than the time on planet so really, and they're having that stupid banter of things that we don't know about.
You're having your friends die. You having probably Sulu die.
Well, maybe the end of the Federation as we know
We know
it.
it.
Let's crack some effing jokes.
Stop the
banter.
banter.
The banter's
It's too
a
much.
lot.
Too much. This episode is dumb.
But I guess she stole someone's badge, and then she opens up a channel, and she's gonna talk to the bridge crew. But then she like tells some story about like, we have a party and there's food and drinks, but there's no fireworks. Nothing stops a party like fireworks. And that was the message. So I guess
It was
since-
like Tilly's birthday or something.
it's weird. She explains it later, but I'm thinking, well, okay, if Osira's listening to the messages, she won't be able to decipher that.
What that is.
And that's like something only Tilly would get.
Yeah.
But we weren't
Very-
witness to that.
Yeah.
No.
So that's the thing. Like, if we would have saw that in an episode,
Oh,
that's that
now
time
you-
that they went to this thing, and
Yes.
I remember. So they keep referencing things that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Because they did that twice in a row. with the adventure of her and Buck going somewhere we didn't see, and then that.
Yeah, how are we supposed to guess
That's
that?
so dumb.
Like, we can't guess what happened.
So like the crew's like, what the F does that mean? And then Tilly's like, oh, that she's talking to me. It was my birthday, and there was no celebration or anything because she's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, she doesn't like her birthday.
Yeah, she kind of super shy, but she came in and they had food and drinks, and she's talking about like fireworks and stuff, and the only safe place because she was hiding in the closet or something. And it's like, oh, she must want us to hide away because if there's like an explosion, so I don't even really.
I thought she was near the nacelle.
Yes,
So
something
she was
like
hiding in the
that.
cell, and that's where she knew. Oh, we have to go to the nacelle.
Oh, where the cell thing. See, I don't even remember because it's so
It's so dumb.
stupid.
It's,
Yeah.
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 So that was their secret message, and yeah, that's what they get. So then this is when I said there's a couple of good moments. She's like, we can make because they're like in the engineering room, we can basically create a chemical bomb, and it'll be enough to disrupt the warp drive, and it'll drop us out of warp.
Perfect.
But if the explosion goes off, we're all gonna die. Then she's like, well, she's acting captain. Either we die here and run out of breath, or we can die saving the Federation. I'm not going to ask any of you guys to do this if you don't want to do it. And I'm like, I'm captain, you're following me.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Me, and make your own decision, then you're not a captain then. You got to tell people what to do.
Well,
Yeah,
Even if it's to tell them to go die.
This is a life and death situation. You have to do it.
This is beyond life and death. This is the Federation.
It's Federation.
Yeah.
You signed up for this. You probably signed something or
Yeah.
sworn in to do this.
But this is serious. You have to do it. It's
Yeah.
your sworn.
But of
duty.
course they're all going to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
you-
I'm going to just sit here and die and run out of oxygen.
No, but you just do it. That's the
just do
thing.
it,
You don't
yeah,
have to
you-
make a decision.
No,
Just
it
do
isn't. It has to be your decision. You're in the effing military.
No, I can understand if she was with a bunch of civilians.
Yeah,
okay, well they're not
civilians.
Starfleet.
Could you imagine a bunch of soldiers? Okay, we have to go rescue these hostages, but only if you guys really want to. Dude, could you imagine that? The
Yeah,
freaking squad leader?
like a SEAL Team
Yeah.
6. No, they're just gonna do it. That's their job.
Okay, guys, but you don't have to if you don't want to. F that stupid mentality.
Yeah, they
It's-
looked at him like, no, what? They look at their little leader.
we don't
what?
want. We don't want this guy as our leader.
Oh, Captain? No.
I want to do this so bad, I'm going to knock you out, fatty, so I have more oxygen for myself. I want to do this. I want to run, and I want to dunk that bomb into the freaking thing, like do a 360 step.
Exactly. What's
But
this?
know what I would have said? We might die, but you know what? We're doing it to save the Federation. Now let's get out there and do it.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
That's what you do.
That's it.
Suit up, let's go.
Maybe that's why she's not captain.
Yeah, there's a reason why she just
Oh.
stopped being captain. So we get back to the holodeck planet.
Yeah, no.
And of course, he's talking to him more about like what happened, and there's an outside world, and he explains that I'm really Kelpian. I may not look like it because this world is creating things that aren't the way they are. So he's trying to explain all this stuff to him, and he's kind of getting it, but he's still scared because, again, he's never seen anything besides this world. That little creature thing shows up again.
It scares
He's
me.
like, oh no, there it is again. He's like, no, it's here to help you. You have to overcome your fears. That's why it was there, is to teach him to become not afraid. But that's when he gets all scared and runs off and tries to find the elder.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh no! And he takes off. It's like, and then he gets to his face like, oh god, not again. So every time he gets close, he
I
like,
know.
runs away.
He's got to just work with them.
It's so funny. It should have been a deer comes out like the spooky ghost. What the hell did you do that for?
I know. I love so stupid. I love Suru so much. He's trying and he just has to deal with all this.
And he's
BS.
being so patient.
I know something super cool. The camera gets all spinny again.
Oh.
Spinning camera, and then this is where they explain or try to explain how Gray's there, and like somehow the computer sensed him being there, and then gave him a body, and it's. I don't know. I'm sorry. I tried to understand it, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I know that. But I pretty much get a lot of Trek, and I understand. Oh, okay, when they say
We can kinda get the gist of it.
space particles, and flipping, inverting this, and I get some of
And
that.
the thing is, it makes sense.
Whenever
makes sense.
whenever Geordi explains something, I never felt as confused as I do now.
Yeah.
I'm so confused why this.
But at the same time, remember, this was made 100 years ago, this holodeck program. But yet they can't make holograms be just super basic. Hello, everyone on Starbase.
Yeah, in the Federation.
Federation, they can't make, what?
So they see a hole in the wall, and it's like, oh, that's the edge of the hologram. Outside of it, then Adira's like, hey, why don't we see the damage to the ship? Let's get out there. He was like, yeah, I tried to get close, and then I started getting really sick because the radiation's so bad out there. Then Gray's like, why don't I go? I'm not even real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a body.
So that's the crazy part. So he can't get hurt, really.
But he can feel a hug.
Damn it. I don't know.
It's so, again, I am so confused at how Gray's
I
there.
explained it better and it still sounded wonky. This sounds stupid.
So Gray's gonna go out there, and that's then when he kind of sees the ship and the planet. So that the ship like literally crashed into the planet. It's like in a crater or
Yeah.
something. which is nice to know, but it doesn't matter.
Well, here's the thing. I thought they were in space. I didn't even know they crashed on the planet. Because they only explained it like one time, but they did it so poorly. I didn't even know that. They don't explain things good in the series.
But Gray doesn't necessarily leave the hologram all the way. He's kind of like still standing in the...
literally at the edge.
Yeah, so he's like...
But then when he go, he would just disappear.
See, but he's still standing kind of in it.
Yeah.
Like he's literally...
It's like a suicide almost. Well, like a self...
But like it's like being in the pool but keeping your toe in the water. I'm not out of the pool yet.
Yeah, I know.
That's basically what he did. Just so you can see that things are effed up. We already know that.
Well,
things are kind of screwed up out there. Yeah, you know?
And that's what makes it funny. They had spent like 15 minutes in this scene.
All these scenes don't matter.
No.
This is when they kind of explain the whole, so what's going on with the burn here? Well, he's been here so long, his DNA kind of became one with the lithium, and the lithium is subspace particles, so his very DNA has subspace frequencies. So when he got upset 120 years ago, it got onto that subspace frequency, and that's how it was able to travel through galaxies.
The whole galaxy, not just...
From just him being scared. Homeboy pissed his pants and ruined the universe.
Okay, guys.
That is the dumbest thing in the world. I'd rather them went down to this planet. Oh, it's this dilithium core, but it's a pure dilithium thing. And then they did some test on it to try to multiply, and then it multiplied too much and it blew up, and that's what caused a chain reaction.
No, it's not.
It's a little boy screaming.
It's like almost like they didn't want to blame anyone, and they're like, "Oh, we'll make it where it was just a crazy happenstance."
Well, the thing is, and they go once he leaves that area,
he'll start to like his subspace thing will start to like revert back to normal because he won't be close to the lithium.
It's like kind of like having a tuning fork, and you just don't.
Yeah, and it just amplifies it.
Amplifies it.
But that's so.
But it's just
stupid. It's literally when we were thinking, what was the burn? Was it a weapon? Was it another thing?
Was it the mega particles?
All things made more damn sense than a little kid being a crybaby piss pants.
Yeah.
Dumb. Absolutely the dumbest. Just dumb.
Ridiculous.
I can't even know what else to say. It just gives me a headache thinking about it.
And then Greg comes back, and on this episode of That's Effed Up, he's like, "That's effed up." That's it. We knew that. Oh my god, they knew the ship was falling apart. He just confirmed that it was falling apart. Duh.
Exactly.
What a stupid waste of freaking time. Get back to Zero and him. Again, he's still trying to convince him about going to the outside. You know, the Federation's here. You know, we were supposed to be there earlier, but we're here now. Let's get through that door. And remember, you're not alone. All the holograms are gone, but we're here. So we're going to face whatever's in that door together. I'm like, okay, that's nice. That's kind of get back to the crew, and they're like starting to run out of oxygen because they're trying to get to that core, that cell room, and they're walking, and everyone's kind of falling over, and they still aren't shutting up.
Yep. Keep talking.
You're wasting so much oxygen. Shut the F up. Keep walking. But of course, that girl that was able to hold her breath, she's human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what can I say? Like, I spent a lot of time like in high elevation, so I have, more... Give me something. Give me something that makes sense.
You were like some type of diver, and you could
you can give me. You have this. So I have the ability to have more oxygen, or I have bigger lungs. Something.
Or my father was some alien race, and they have more lung capacity.
Yeah,
like you said, the Vulcans, right?
Or anything.
Yeah.
But whatever. So she's still up, and everyone's kind of falling over, and I can't make it, and they keep talking. Hey, fumble the ball. I'll pick it up, and I'll keep running. Why are we stopping and talking to each other? And then, you have to keep going. No, I can't go without you guys. Oh my God, keep going.
You know what? How much better would this scene would have been if you have Tilly and she's kind of like not moving as fast, and she literally gives her an eye look,
and she
grabs it
and gives her that look, and then she's walks. Then the black chick. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. Starts walking away, and you can see the tears running down her eyes, but she keeps going. And then everyone's looking.
We would have known. We would have known what that meant.
And then she gives her, then like grabs her hand and is like,
see how much better
says it with her eyes. Go. But they go, and I love you, and I like you, and I can't forget you.
You're wasting time. What are you doing?
And on top of that, like you said, you can still use the sign language to say, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you all.
I love all of you. And she do it in sign language. She turns and she's crying.
Or she's walking away, she could quickly just say in her breath, I love you all. Something.
Or just mouth it.
Mouth it. You don't have, oh my God.
And then I guess, like, because her and Detmer are, like, besties, and then Detmer can look at her and be like, it's okay.
It's okay.
We died for the Federation to save the betterment of all species.
This is life and death, and we had to do the right thing.
It goes on and on and on.
You wasted about 8-9 minutes of the scene. I'm serious, guys.
And they're just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking.
Like, it's not like air's running out. Oh, wait.
And they keep talking and talking and talking. Then we get to Michael and Book, and they're trying to get onto a turbo lift. Book is a badass, and he's shooting dudes down. The gun looks like a mini shotgun. Because it's like this kind of like, get it to stock. You need to get a better... So, Michael's able to hack the turbo lift, and they get in it. But I guess they kind of mess it up to where they can't control where it's going. So then they're like, oh, I got a plan. They break in there and there's no one in the turbo lift. Michael and Book are on the outside of the turbo lift.
How do they get there so
and then
fast?
it's this huge emptiness. Like it's like the scene from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, just endless.
Endless space
That
inside
doesn't
the
make
ship.
any sense. Where's that space coming from?
So they swing back around. We get this kind of elevator fight. It's going back and forth. Again, this is like if there was a shootout in Willy Wonka's glass elevator, this is what it would be.
Yeah.
And
Michael Burnham says the B word, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
she jumps on top. She gets on top, and then she shoots down. Oh, there you son of a bitch! She says something stupid like that.
It's something that we would say.
Why say anything? Just start shooting.
I know.
Trick or treat, mother effer. Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
So they're having this little battle, and then she falls through the glass for some reason, like she slips and falls in. So it's that one dude, that the one main bad guy who's the lead of all the regulators. Then the other regulators are all wearing like their gimp costumes. You can't see any of their
They
bodies.
look like Daft Punk.
Yeah,
rejects.
they look like Daft Punk dominatrix. So they're fighting inside the elevator. The elevator takes off, and then it's just flying all over the place. This scene goes on forever. It's going all over the place. Michael sees an elevator. She jumps off like Anakin Skywalker in episode 2 and just like jumps off and like falls and it happens to land on another turbo lift going somewhere else.
I'm like, what's going on?
Can we see
Why?
the alternate version of it moving slightly?
And it just moves to the left. Ah, she was all weird.
Literally, she does. But literally, like in Next Generation, he's saying it's just a tube.
Yeah.
That's all it is. There's no going
Yeah,
out
didn't
anywhere.
Picard climb it?
But they pushed the one button that Willy Wonka hasn't ever pushed before, and then it poof, and it flew out of the thing. This scene is so effing stupid.
You know,
I keep
all
saying-
his dreams came true.
Yeah, you know what happened to Michael Burnham when she suddenly got everything she ever wanted? She lived happily ever after.
okay.
Then she looks over at Book and she winks. Here's the thing. Every time this show does the most untrek thing ever, it goes another level.
Yeah.
This whole action elevator fight scene belongs in some other sci-fi film. It belongs in what was that, Verillion? It belongs in that. Fifth Element. This would be
Element.
perfect.
Yeah.
But other shows, Stargate SG-1, this would
Perfect.
be something in that. Not in Trek. There's no giant empty spaces where all the turbulents are flying all over the place like a candy
And
factory.
the thing is, you can't even excuse, well, it's the future because they did that was the same thing in the first season.
Yeah, it was like
that.
this.
So, guys, no. Except this time, it's not even like on a roller coaster railing. It's free. Wow. It's
Yeah.
like going everywhere.
like I said, Willy Wonka's glass elevator.
Yeah.
Michael's able to like stop another thing and goes in there and beats up some guy. I don't even know what the hell is going on. She's able to access the ship and bring her to that core area. And it's an Apple store. Because it literally, did J.J. Abrams direct this part of the episode? Because
I
it's
know.
like so pure white.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the rest of the ship.
It doesn't fit the rest of the ship. Some bad guys are in there. Osira knew she would go
And
there.
just one regulator, which is weird. You think she'd have brought more, but
I know, you think the whole room would be literally everyone's so
Filled.
like freaking sardines. So it's our little battle, they're shooting back and forth, and it's an okay little fight, and it kind of goes on. Then there's certain scenes where I don't understand what happened. They both shoot each other, but it's at point blank range, so they like send each other flying the other way.
You know how perfect that would have to be?
Like that's almost as silly as if if we had guns right next to each other and the bullets hit each other, and then somehow that causes us to go flying
Here's the thing.
backwards.
Burnham might have it on stun. She's having hers on kill. It would kill Burnham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're trying to kill each other. Like I don't think there's any.
No, but I'm saying it would kill him though, because the thing hit them, it would kill them.
But the two lasers hit
They're
each other.
literally saying
yeah,
the
but the compression blast would kill them.
No, it wouldn't. It'd just send them 10 feet away. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would just. It's
It's just a weird. I bet you so. It would be cool if this happened, and it just looks weird.
Because technically the probably compression would hurt their organs and stuff, but again, they don't know that stuff.
No, they're dumb. They're
So,
dumb.
so Michael and Osira are fighting. We get back to Book, and he's fighting that
Oh.
Raider guy on in the elevator, and they're punching and fighting and everything.
Oh,
He gets him pinned down, and he's like, "I wonder who's gonna splat harder, you or that big fat cat of yours." Book like ends up fighting him back and ends up throwing him off, and he kind of hits the side of one of the things, and like, "Oh damn, she's a queen."
I'm glad you said that about his cat, not Burnham. We thought it was Burnham at
Burnham,
first.
I was like,
that would have been really
"Oh."
bad. That would have been cringe.
But okay, you love your cat, which we don't even see in this whole episode. Get back to Michael and what's her face fighting, and it's just whatever. What's her face gets the bomb to the kind of getting there, but she's even starting to run out of breath, and she's barely making
I
it.
wish we didn't waste all our time saying I love you and all that crap.
She gets it in there, puts it into the I guess where the arrow is gonna be. All this stuff's all happening at the same time. So Michael's fighting what's her face, Book is fighting that other dude, and they're all waiting for okay, once that bomb goes off, that's what's gonna save us.
Yeah,
They're kind of like in
hurry up,
that stalemate. She shoves the bomb into wherever the hell it needs to be. She tries to get away and she can't because she runs out of breath. The droid shows up. You have to stand up. I can't make it. And then we see it blows up and it knocks one of the pylons off. So that basically makes them jump out of warp. So now the rest of the Federation catch up. Mm-hmm. So like, okay, now they're...
You think...
it's going to be a space battle.
Yeah.
No! The Virillion is so big that it just like eats it.
Yeah,
This is a big ship, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, so like we can't lose the ship, like just basically bring the Discovery into us. Well, okay, I guess that was kind of a good idea. But yeah, now they're really screwed. And so Osiris kind of at the end of her rope here. Like she's like they're not gonna let you take the Discovery.
No,
you think you're gonna be able to take it, but no.
You're gonna be surrounded by Federation and Navarre ships. You're not going anywhere.
Done. Yeah.
So she doesn't care. They start fighting again, and it gets really, really stupid. Like this whole like fight scene is like unbelievably ridiculous.
Yeah.
Michael and her get pinned up against a wall, and it's that. Remember how the computer in the walls could create things like how the comms would just pop out of the thing. So there's like that on the wall. So it's like all the little cubes.
So weird.
Osara pushes Michael into it, like into the wall.
But why do that?
Why does this thing exist? What is this?
I don't know what this is, but you have her by the neck.
Just
You're
snap her neck.
stronger than
tear her throat out.
Yeah.
Punch her in the face to her face looks like a damn crater.
So dumb.
Pushes her into the techno wall.
No,
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what to even say because it's weird because it reminds me a little bit of Superman 3 when that lady goes into the machine, but it's so weird. It turns into a robot. I don't get it.
She pushed her through the Matrix.
I don't know. That's so dumb.
Did she even know this would kill you?
I don't even know. And also, on top of that, why don't you just shoot it? Just get your gun.
I thought at this point it's not going to become part of the computer because I don't know what's going on.
That's what I thought. I'm like,
this
oh my
is
gosh.
so stupid. I don't know what's going to happen.
She gets pressed into the thing, and then Sarah's like, I got rid of that bitch. Then Michael shoots her way out and just shoots her and kills her.
So, well, did she have the gun the whole time?
The silliest thing I could think of. It didn't kill her. Whatever. And look like she had to hold her breath because she was like all like out of breath. Like.
So is this thing liquid? I don't know what the hell this thing is. Is it like that thing like, oh no, the ship can kind of transform and this is like the extra
But that
material?
can't be good for you to have that all over your body.
I become one with the Discovery. So she breaks out and just kills her. That's it. Just kills her.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Just killed her.
What a horrible way for a villain.
This is what I thought, oh my gosh, she's not dead.
No, you said you would have kept shooting.
I would have went through. Okay, she's dead.
Yeah.
Notice how sometimes when they shoot people, they disintegrate into nothing, and other times they shoot people and they just fall over.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, it keeps happening.
I mean, I doubt that I know Starfleet guns have
but they're not doing that. They don't have. They're using the other guns that look like shotguns.
Yeah, I know what I said. I don't think they have that.
But didn't they use that shotgun to make that other dude just vaporize?
Yeah,
I know.
Remember on the bridge, she shot him and he just.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it makes no sense why he didn't get vaporized. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying before.
I don't want to hurt you too bad.
No.
Dead's dead, right? So then she's able to reset the whole ship, and then I guess it goes back to like the old controls, like back to before the upgrades. So the computer's back to old style, and then Michael's able to get out a message, to restore all the life supports on all the different decks. So I guess
and transport all of the friggin' people off. So they got transported.
Remember I kept saying that, but like, there's jammers now. There's no more jammers, so everyone gets transported off the ship. Except for you still see the dead bodies in there. So the computer say, well, since their body's already dead, they're not going to transport.
Yeah, they didn't transport Cyrus's body. It's right there. It's right there.
Put her head on a pike. So they save everyone, and then all the people that we thought died on the bridge crew, none of them died.
Of course
I know.
I guess the robot.
Oh, yeah.
Saved her, saved the black chick, and then the robot's all like fried. So did the robot get fried because of the reset, or did it get screwed up in that explosion?
I think and then the reset destroyed its, sentience, whatever.
So they're all happy. They get back to the bridge, and they're like, okay, we have to find a way to get out of here. And Michael's like, Captain, I have a plan. Well, just do what you want. And you know what, Michael? You take the captain's chair. Then they all have a moment of smiling and looking at each other.
But you're still in a dangerous situation.
No, it isn't. It's time to smile and look at each other and just praise the ever-living F out of Michael Burnham.
Oh, my God.
Stop
smiling.
The smiling and the smiling and the smiling. And we're all smiling and we can't stop smiling.
We're like so goofy and smiling.
Yeah, we love you so much, Michael. Yeah. So then Michael takes the captain's chair, and then that's where we're at now. And she's like, okay, we got to get out of here. We're going to eject the warp core, ignite it, and then we'll use the spore drive to jump out of here. Like, what do you mean use a spore drive? That doctor guy's like, oh, Mr. Booker's, since he has that empath ability, maybe he was able to talk to those spore animals. he's going to be able to talk to the mycelial network.
How would you know that?
Just because.
Just because.
Yeah.
This is the just because science.
And this is the biggest one. Because
Yeah, because this saves everything.
This saves everything.
So now Book can use the sport drive without ever using it before, and he knows exactly how it works.
Yep.
So dumb.
That's so effing stupid. Here's the thing. I go, no, it saves this. Maybe there's a couple more episodes, and then we see Booker's like, oh, I have empathic abilities, and you speak with the tardigrades and this mycelial network. Here, sit down with me, and they do like a meditation thing together, and then Book can be like, oh, I can feel it too. Oh, I can see the mycelial network. And he's like, oh, you can see it. He goes, oh, my abilities allowed me to speak to these animals. Then we can kind of get that.
Yeah, they go, okay, then I can use it. I haven't used it before. It's so risky, but I think I can do it. There you go.
Nope, they literally come up with all the science and everything in this millisecond that they need
seconds.
it. Do you remember in, like, they do this in a lot of crappy shows, but it always reminds me of Power Rangers. Whenever Billy was working on something, that was the thing that they needed to win the episode.
I was working on this ice gun, and they had to fight a bad guy.
A fire monster.
But makes sense in Power Rangers. This isn't Power Rangers. Okay.
And it happens to be the one thing that they need.
I was working on this time travel machine.
Yeah. So stupid. So basically, Book's going to go do this because apparently he can do that.
Yep.
So that's the plan. Blow up the warp core, jump out of there.
And they transport him to the thing.
To the cube, and he's going to be able to like stick his hands in the goo and make it happen. Get back to the hollow world, and they're starting to get to that door. He's still super scared, but come on, we can make this. We can do it together, blah, 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 blah. They start to walk through there, and he's like, I've been here only one time when I was a little boy. And he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Then we have this weird conversation with Gray. If the simulation turns off, I won't be here anymore.
But you don't lie.
But I got used to touching and hugging and everything. Who cares? We have to save the Federation, not just you.
When you die, Gray, your life's over with.
And also, Gray, this thing's going to blow up anyways, if we're on here or not.
Yeah, you're going to be gone anyway, so might as well at least some of us live.
Like, you remember you were telling me, M15PC8, you were telling me, couldn't they just replicate this holodeck technology on a new...
Yeah, can they do this to him? Because apparently they can take your consciousness and make it into a thing.
So this holodeck technology must exist other places.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, she made this 130 years ago. So they should be more advanced now.
So you have this whole conversation about him dying and not being alive again.
And you say, oh, we'll find a way to save you later. Well, later, who cares? I know.
And also, you're not really dead. You're still a part of her.
So there's the table with the handprint from freaking Total Recall. Yeah. He puts his hand on there and he ends the program. So everything kind of shuts down. And we see the room. Of course, they're all hugging Gray and he disappears.
That's so dumb.
So stupid. So we see that it's just a ship now. And there's like dead bodies everywhere. Like, then like, oh, this is why he didn't want to come back in here. Because this is like the last place everyone was alive. He sees a hollow recording of his mother and him. And the mom's like trying to talk to him and she's dying. And then when she died, that's when he freaked out. And that's what caused the burn all those years ago.
Yeah, not the greatest plot. But
that's Scream. And it caused the burn. My God, that's so stupid.
It's very stupid.
But then he's crying and he's like, you're not alone. You still have us and you have me. And he turns around and he sees Sue is really a Kelpian. Oh, it's really you. So now that's like his connection. And like, okay, that's nice. The scene goes on forever and ever and ever.
And it's like, we need to get off this planet.
Get back to Book. He puts his hands in the goo, so he's ready to do the jump. They eject the warp core, and it. In my mind, I thought the warp core would just go straight. It's like bouncing around in there.
It doesn't do that. See, that's a stupid, wonky sci-fi thing. It's straight. It's straight. It's a tube. It just goes like that. There's no big old tube.
Or like, remember like at the water parks and you go down the thing?
Yeah, that's not what it is. It's just a little.
So it's bouncing around and they shoot it out there and then like, okay, Book, get ready to jump.
And it's a lot longer than that too.
Book, you want to give it a jump?
This stupid suspense.
Book, we're gonna jump. So like he's not jumping. Then we see outside of the Virillion ship and it blows up and it just like, and then so basically the Emerald's Chain's greatest ship is gone.
Yeah.
So, well, they really crippled that living F out of that.
Yeah, and then the Rod and Federation ship's like, oh, okay.
They're like sitting outside there like, no.
Well, you know what's funny, though? The suspense, like, who really thought...
Well, thought they were dead.
Yeah.
Of course.
Not for 1 minute. It's like, they wouldn't kill Michael Burnham.
No.
So, we get the final message from the lady. She's like, thank you for saving my son. He's very young, but, of course, she thought he would be saved, like, in 6 months or a year.
He'd be like
100 years later.
9 or 10 or something.
Yeah, I have take him back to our home world. Take him to meet his grandfather and tell him, it's a nice little message that if he ever misses me, to look up at the stars and the brightest one, that's us and me and his father looking down. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute, really nice. But I guess the planet's still falling apart. And I do like how Sue was like, whatever happens, we're all together, which is nice. Good captain thing to say. So I'm like, oh, damn, they keep trying to give Discovery, we're out here, please come get us. Discovery, please come get us. But now they're just like, oh, man, here we go. I guess we're all going to just die here together. And they get the message from Discovery, we read you, and everyone's like, yay!
Yeah, just transport me.
So much of this emotional bullshit.
This makes the episode terrible.
Emotional
Get everyone
validation.
on the bridge, then you can hug it out.
Emotional BS in the elevator scene. Total Relief was just F.
Takes you right out of
Complete
it.
F. Yeah.
So they save them and get them onto the ship, and they fly back to Federation space. And I do like the fact that he's looking at like starships and stuff, and he's just like in awe because he hasn't seen it to know it's really there. And then Suru's kind of his arm around his shoulder, yeah, boy, this is my house.
And it kind of said a thing. I bet you one of the rest of us think he's still on the holodeck. Like I would still think, is this real? Like you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, yeah.
But since everything was breaking down and this all was like perfect,
It's like fresh, yeah.
so like they're all there and all smiles. And everyone keeps looking at each other and smiling, and we smile and smiles,
and
then I smile at the doctor.
We had to make sure we had to show everybody smile.
Yeah,
Everyone-
not just
everyone.
not one person, everyone.
I thought this was a little weird because then Michael's down there in medical, and then we get Adira, Stamets, and Hugh all together. But then she kind of smiles at Stamets, and Stamets kind of doesn't, because remember how she shot him out of the thing and did all that stuff?
But she did it to save the ship. That's
So
why.
he kind of gives her like a little look. You know, then she's giving a big speech this whole time. I don't remember a single word of it.
dumb.
I don't remember a single word of it.
No.
Then we see Jet Reno repairs the robot. Oh, I'm back. How may I help you? Yay, we saved the
And
robot.
they're like super like excited about it.
Okay.
But we see other races are coming to the
Federation.
So we have the what you call it?
Trill, I
the
think.
Trill, yeah, the Trill show up. Then the Vulcans show up. I'm like, oh, okay, now we're starting to build that rapport. We're starting to build up.
Yeah, about
planets
Earth. That would be a big one.
Planets are very interested in joining the Federation again. I'm like, oh, cool beans. I like that. Suru goes down to Kaminar. And it's beautiful. I love the way it
nice.
looks. And he's helping him. Oh, Suru decided to like leave Starfleet. He's going to live on Kaminar with this guy.
Well, a leave of absence, they say, but...
And it's like, really?
He's going to be like this guy's... What are they, boyfriends now? It's so weird. It's so weird.
I know what I do. Okay, I'll stay with you for a month, but then what's going to happen? We're going to find your ancestors.
If there literally was no other Kelpians, but there's other Kelpians.
There's a whole civilization now.
Yeah.
They look like they live in modern, they have spaceships and everything. It's not like...
And he's got to have some family.
Yeah,
right?
some ancestors. Like his.
But I guess it's also for him too, like to return to nature. And all
But
that.
I mean, funny, they went from the Bronze Age to this in like 100,000 years. It's like, that's a big step.
So we're seeing all kinds of handshakes, and we see our boy. Remember the communications guy?
Yes.
Look at him; he's in uniform now. That's the best part of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah.
He was cool because he stood post all those years, literally all by himself. Would wake up, would man his station, wait for someone to come in.
Couldn't we just make a show about this guy? I think it would have been so
Cool,
cool.
He's so cool, and I like the fact that literally he says, "No, if there was a Starfleet flag, I want it forward because I'm not a Starfleet officer. I have to get a commission first." And he's looking at Burnham. Can you give me that commission?
So now he's in full uniform.
Yeah,
and everything.
that's so
It's-
cool.
That's super
So
cool.
he's official.
So he thanks Michael because he should, because that's the first person to make contact. I get that. He should be praising Michael. I
that
get
makes sense.
Then the Admiral calls in Michael, and then
I love the Emerald, but this scene is just whatever.
talk-
I'm surprised he didn't just get on his hands and knees and kiss her feet.
I know.
Oh, my daughter, my
Some
wife and
fable.
daughter, she would study things, but she didn't like to use numbers. She liked to use pictures. She liked to do things her way. She kind of reminds you a lot of you. You do things your way, but it was also the right way. Oh,
Oh, here we go.
And kissing her ass. Then when he's done kissing her ass, she turns around and goes, "You forgot this side of my cheek." And then he continues to kiss her ass some more.
Yep.
It's just an ass kissing-a-thon. It just goes
Yeah,
on and
then,
on
then
and
he,
on.
And he literally asked her if she wants to be captain, and she's like, "Well, Sue,
I want to wait for Sue to
Sue
get
come
back. Well, we don't have time for this. People that are waiting on you. So she becomes captain.
Yep. And that's why I say it's silly. That's why you don't are not captain, because you gave it up.
Then
Yeah.
like, okay, so now they're gonna go do some Trek stuff. They get their upgraded uniforms. So everyone's wearing the gray. Little too Empire.
I
for
don't
me.
like it.
Yeah.
I do like that they added more color. Like there's the yellow stripe.
I wish
the
it was
blue
bigger. It should be bigger. The stripe, like maybe half, like a quarter.
I'd
uniform.
rather it be almost inverted. It's mostly blue with the gray stripe.
Yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
cooler.
Or mostly red with the gray
that would
stripe.
have been cooler.
I think they should have inverted those colors.
Yeah.
But they're all waiting on the bridge, and
they're all
everyone's smiling again.
and they have to show every single person smile.
I'm smiling. I
And
enjoy
they're not
this.
even like all at once. It's individually. Okay, we get it. They're all
get it.
smiling. We get it.
They all love her ass. So then she takes the captain's chair and like, oh, what's the report? Oh, there's they're mining the planet. And they're going to 5 Federation planets and like 10 non-Federation planets, and they're waiting for like delivery and everything, and that's our first
So
mission
they get the crystals.
because they can jump
Oh,
to everybody.
You forgot about the gelato.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and the other planet wants to take us with their world famous gelato.
Space station.
So
You notice how she's like Tilly became like the Spock
Yeah.
because she's engineer. She's science, but she's the one giving all the information. So she's like the Spock.
Yeah, the Spock. That's just
No,
that's
the worst
terrible. Oh no. The
And-
Spock from Stranger
Because
Things was like, huh?
she's not communications.
No.
No.
She's science.
Science.
So why is she giving the report?
Well, she's probably still first
So
officer.
but yeah, that's so yeah, like Spock.
I know, it's so
So
weird.
your head science officer is your first officer?
I guess.
I guess.
don't
And then
know.
her famous, what was her line that she said?
No. Okay, so
Yeah.
no, they're always talking about what do you say when you say warp or whatever. This is awful. She looks around to make sure everyone's smiling again. Let's fly.
Oh yeah.
Oh. No,
That's something you say.
executes way better than let's fly.
Yeah, Let's Fly is something you say where you're like on a World War II plane, you're about to take off on a like a
'cause
propeller plane.
You
Not
know
a,
what's weird? Because it's such a Navy thing. Like I don't think of fly.
I think
'cause
like it's a ship,
it's
not a
ship,
plane.
Not a plane.
even though like a lot of people equate Navy with starships, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So this takes off and it ends with a quote from Gene Roddenberry that brings a tear to my eye, and that's the end of the series.
Yes.
Not good.
Mine's sad because it took a couple steps forward and this took a big steps backwards. Big.
We don't need action movie bullshit in Trek.
No.
Sorry.
No, stop doing the camera spins. And if you're gonna
The big elevator fight scene that went on for 400 hours.
I will spend a little time less than that and some more battleship fights. How about that?
Yeah, because that's
Awful.
these starships.
Yeah.
No, like hand-to-hand combat.
No.
Whatever. So, yeah, overall, season 3, it's another dud.
It's a
No, then is it the best of the three seasons? Yeah, but that ain't saying much. That ain't saying
Yeah.
much. It's like a 4 to everyone else's 2 and
F
1.
plus from an F minus. I guess you moved
Yeah.
in the right direction.
Yeah, a little baby step, tiny step.
But now Michael's captain. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
yeah.
crap. I would have Tilly's
From
captain.
mutineer to captain.
Yep.
Damn.
Love it. I love it.
And not only that, not even getting another ship. She got the most important ship, Discovery, the one with the spore drive.
And on
the
top of
most
that-
important one.
And then got the Admiral to kiss her butt
Yeah.
while doing it.
And the Emerald was so good. I still like him, but boy.
The Emerald's on his third thing of chapstick is how much ass kissing he did.
Yep.
Oh Michael, you did it the right way. Your way's the right way. Let's throw everything out. All regulations. Let's have the Michael Accords and we do everything Michael does.
I would have said, Mike, you're very unconventional.
You got the job done.
They got the job done. In the end, I think you could use you as captain, but I do have some reservations because some things you did I didn't agree with. Like I would have been down to been a little bit more recent than just kissing her butt.
Oh Michael, can I kiss your ass a little more? And she turns around. Okay,
I
one
wanted
more.
that Emerald who talked to Cyrus. That Emerald.
No.
Yeah, put her in her place. No, not that.
But hopefully we won't have to review another Trek thing for another 6 months. or
Not
something.
sad. It's sad to say that because I love Star Trek, but not this.
I guess the next thing is going to be the Nickelodeon cartoon.
But who
Yeah.
knows when that's even coming out? We haven't seen nothing.
We saw a logo,
That's it.
and Janeway's going to be in it somehow. That's it.
Yeah.
Didn't you say this episode was gonna have a Voyager
I
involved? in
remember
it?
reading some headline about Voyager or something, and I don't know.
I think that they're probably talking about the other series. I don't know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't know, whatever. But there you go. Hour-long episode, hour-long review.
Lame.
Crap, yeah.
Lame.
Garbage.
So let's make it fly, or what else she
Make
said.
it fly.
Let's fly.
Let's
Lucky
fly.
she didn't touch the ball at the bottom. Like,
Yeah, that little bump.
oh, jeez.
Whatever. Well, that's the end of Trek.
Yeah,
Say
thank
bye-bye.
God.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
It's been half a
everyone.
year of this. Yeah, bye.